Hello everyone, today our topic is how to generate 100% unique articles using Google Generative AI. So here my objective is that in my Google Sheet, I'm adding the article topics, and by using these article topics, I have to generate unique articles by using Google Gemini. And after generating these articles, I have to update the cell values by adding these articles automatically in my Google Sheet. So for that, I have to build a connection between Google Sheets and Google Gemini. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I'm going to use Trigger and Action. In Trigger application, I'm going to use Google Sheets. In Action application, I'm going to use Google Gemini and Google Sheets. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen. And today we are going to see that how we can generate 100% unique articles by using Google Gemini. So Google Gemini is Google's generative AI tool, and using this we are automatically going to generate articles, and we can use Google Gemini to generate any content that we want. So I am a content writer and I had to write unique articles daily, and in my Google Sheet I add the article topics. So by using these article topics I need to write unique articles, which is going to take a lot of time, and to save this time and efforts I'm going to automate this task with the help of Pabbly Connect and Google Gemini. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to automate this task. So here in my Google Sheet, whenever I add a new topic of articles, then automatically in few time, a unique article will be generated by using Google Gemini, and that article will be updated in my Google Sheets too. And for my objective, I have to build a connection between Google Sheet and Google Gemini. And for that, I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time, and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section, and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here, and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this create workflow button, and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to generate 100% unique articles using Google Generative AI. And I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab and I'm going to select home here, and I will click on create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first, and here my trigger application will be Google Sheets. So I'm going to select Google Sheets here, and now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new or updated spreadsheet row will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this, and now I have to connect Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect, and to connect these two accounts I have to follow all this instruction. So first I have to copy this webhook URL, and now I have to go to my Google Sheet. And in my Google Sheet, I'm using this spreadsheet which is named as unique articles. And in this, I'm using sheet 1, and I have two columns, article topic and articles. So to connect Google Sheet, I have to first go to extensions, and here I will go to add-ons, and I'm going to open get add-ons, and this will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. And in this, I have to search for my extension, which is Pabbly Connect Webhook. So I'm going to open Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and here we can see we have this extension. So what we need to do is we need to install this extension. So I have already installed this. So I'm going to close this. I will go back to extensions, and in this I will go to Pabbly Connect Webhook, which is my extension. And now I'm going to set up a connection between Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect. For that, I have to open initial setup, and this window will pop up. Here we have two options, webhook URL and trigger column. So first I'm going to paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I need a trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to webhook URL. Now in my Google Sheet, I have two columns, but I'm only adding the details in column A. So column A is my final data entry column. So whenever in column A the data will be added, then the data of that row will be sent to webhook URL, and that webhook URL is of Pabbly Connect. So that data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So in the trigger column, I'm going to type column A and I'm going to click on send test. And here test data sent successfully. Now I'm going to click on submit and my setup is configured successfully. Now I'm going to close this. And now I will go back to extension. I will go back to Pabbly Connect webhook. And in this, I'm going to enable this option of send on event. So what this option is going to do, that whenever I will add a new row in my Google Sheet, and in that row I'm going to add the article topics or any data, then automatically that data will be sent to Pabbly Connect and I can use that data every time I add a new row. So I will go back to Pabbly Connect and here we can see we have received this response. So in the response, we have this trigger column, which is column A, and our spreadsheet name is unique articles. And we have this article topic, which is technology, a thread or a friend. So here I have received this topic. Now what I need to do is I need to use this article topic and I have to generate 100% unique article by using Google Gemini or Google Generative AI. So for that, I have to set up my actions tab. And here I'm going to search for Google Generative AI. So I'm going to select Google Generative AI. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and generate content will be my action event. And now I'm going to connect Google Generative AI with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And to connect Google Generative AI, I have to give an API key. Now for getting this API key, what we need to do is that we need to first log in into the Google AI Studio. So for that, I'm going to open this hyperlink. And here it took us to the Google AI Studio. And I have this option of get API key. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here on this create API key. Now I have to select my project. So for that, I'm going to click here and these are all my projects. So I'm going to use this Pabbly testing. So this will be my project and I'm going to create API key in existing project. So I'm going to click here and this has generated this API key for me. So I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to paste that here. Now I'm going to click on save and I have connected Google Generative AI with Pabbly Connect. Now I have these three tabs to generate content for my article. Now first in the text tab, I have to give a prompt and from that prompt, I'm going to generate unique articles for my topic that I have in my Google Sheet. So my prompt will be write a unique article on topic and I have given a colon. I will give a space and here I'm going to map the topic that I have in my Google Sheet. So I'm going to use that topic and I have that topic in the Google Sheet response. So I'm going to map that and I'm going to use mapping. So what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tabs and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I'm going to open the response of Google Sheets and in this I have this article topic. So I'm going to map this. So my article topic is technology, a thread or a friend. So this is going to be my article topic. Now I have to select the model. So I'm going to open this tab and in this tab you will find all the models that Google Generative AI have. Gemini Pro is the latest model that Google Generative AI has. So I'm going to use this model of Gemini Pro. So I'm going to select this and now I have to select my method. So in this tab, I have these two methods. First is of generate content and second one is of count tokens. So if I have to generate the content, so I have to use this method of generate content. And if I have to count my tokens, I can use this count tokens method. So I have to generate the content. So I'm going to use this method of generate content and I have filled all the required details here. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save and send as request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So in the response, I have this content and here we can see that I have generated this unique article by using Google Generative AI or Google Gemini. So I have received my unique article by using Google Gemini. Now I need to use this article and I have to add this article back into my Google Sheet. So for that, I have to add another actions tab. So I'll click here on add actions tab. And here I'm going to search for Google Sheets, which is my action application. So I'm going to select Google Sheets here and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and update cell value will be my action event. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to connect Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and I will sign in with Google. Now I have to click on allow to give access to my account. So I'm going to click on allow and my connection here is successful. Now first I have to select my spreadsheet. So let's go back to Google Sheet and here on my Google Sheet, I'm using this spreadsheet which is named as unique article. So I'm going to map this. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect and for selecting my spreadsheet, I have to open this tab and in this tab, you will find all the spreadsheets that are connected with your Google Sheet account. So I'm going to use this unique articles spreadsheet. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to give a range. So let's go back to Google Sheet, and here I have this column which is column B. For selecting the range, I have to update the value of this particular cell which is B2, but this is not going to stay the same. It is going to change. So suppose right now I have to update the value of this particular cell which is B2, but when I will get the data in this row 3, I have to update this particular cell which is B3, and similarly it will be like B2, B3, B4, B5. So my column is going to be same, but my row value will be changing. So for that, I have to go back to Pabbly Connect, and for the range, I have to first give my column, which is column B, which is going to be same. Now my row index is going to change. So for that, I am going to map the row index here. So I have my row index in my trigger response. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Google Sheet, and this is my row index, and I'm going to update that particular range value. Now I have to give the value that I want to update. So I have this value in the response of Google Generative AI. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Google Generative AI, and this is my unique article. So I'm going to map this. So this is going to be my unique article that I have generated from Google Gemini or Google Generative AI, and I'm going to update this in my Google Sheet. So I'm going to click here on this save and send test toolkit button, and here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have updated my row with this article, and I have added my article automatically in my Google Sheet row. Now to check this, let's go back to Google Sheet, and here we can see that I have added this article in my Google Sheet. So in this column of articles and in this cell of B2, I have updated this article, and this was the unique article that I have generated by using Google Generative AI or Google Gemini. So here my connection between Google Sheet and Google Gemini is working successfully. Now to check this, I'm going to add one more article topic here. So my article topic is marketing, and I'm going to click enter, and I'm going to click on refresh. And here we can see that automatically I have added this one more article in my Google Sheet. So this article is on marketing, and this is the article that I have generated by using Google Generative AI, and I have updated my cell value automatically in my Google Sheet with that article. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. Now here we can see that I have built this connection between Google Sheet and Google Generative AI in such a way that whenever we are adding a new topics of articles in our Google Sheet, then automatically we are generating unique articles by using Google Generative AI. And after generating articles, we are updating that articles in our Google Sheet back in our column. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Google Sheets, and my trigger event was new or updated spreadsheet row. Then I have set up my actions tab, and here my first action application was Google Generative AI, and my action event was generate content. Then I have set up my last actions tab, and here my last action application was Google Sheets, and my action event was update cell value. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.